Hi, welcome. My name is Dawn, and this morning I have a gentle yoga flow to stretch and prepare the body for the day. If it's comfortable, come to sit on the feet with the knees bent. And if for any reason this is not a comfortable pose, any easy cross-legged seated position will do. Begin to ground down onto the sit bones. Close the eyes, and with an inhale, allow the chest to lift very slightly. And as you exhale, release the shoulders down the spine. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Allow the spine to lengthen, sitting up tall through the top of the head. And begin to notice your natural breath. Feeling the gentle expansion with the inhale at the chest. And then feeling that gentle softening contraction as you exhale. And without controlling the breath at all, just noticing the movement in the chest. Maybe you notice a little movement in the belly as well. Begin to notice different qualities of the natural breath. The length of the inhale, length of the exhale. And how does the body feel this morning? Are there any little bits of tiredness, tightness, soreness left over from your night's sleep? What is your energy level? What is your mood like? If it's comfortable, allow the breath to deepen. So taking a little more breath in when you inhale, and then making your exhale a little bit longer. You can keep the eyes closed, or if you like, you can open the eyes. And with an inhale, begin to reach the arms up overhead. Big breath in. And then interlace the hands when you get to the top. With an exhale, press the palms away. Begin to round the upper back and bring the palms pressing forward, chin to the chest, just at shoulder level. With an inhale, open up the arms. Little lift in the chest, arch the spine, maybe let the gaze turn upward. And as you exhale, release the hands back down onto the thighs. We'll do this a few times, a few cycles of breath. With an inhale, big breath in, reach through the fingertips, up over the head. Interlace the fingers, press the palms, elbows are straight. Begin to round the spine, chin to chest, squeeze the navel in toward the spine, empty the breath completely. With an inhale, open up the chest, arch shoulders back, and exhale, release the hands down. We'll do this a few more times. You can go at your own pace, you can follow your own breath. Sometimes the breath is a little bit longer, sometimes it's a little bit faster. Can you begin to create a connection with the movement of the body and the breath? And beginning to take a little bit more awareness, a little more attention onto the breath. Feel the sensation of breath. Notice how the breath affects the body in the pose, in the movement. Feel the expansion, the opening with the inhale, and then releasing, softening with each exhale. We'll do it one more time. Stay connected with the breath. Full breath in, complete exhale. You're sitting in Virasana. Just extend the legs out in front. We'll point, flex the toes. Make circles with the ankles. One way and then the other way. Shake the legs out and from here we'll come into any comfortable cross-leg position. You can feel free to take any comfortable seated posture. Even sitting on a chair is completely fine. Wherever you can have a nice lift in the chest, lengthen the spine. Take a deep breath in, allow the chest to lift. And as you exhale, lift the shoulders up and let them draw down towards the floor. We bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. And just let the head be heavy here. It's very important to be gentle with the neck when stretching. We don't necessarily have to feel too intense of a stretch. The goal of the practice is to ease tension and stress in the body and the muscles, not create more. So we don't have to go so deep. Just feel a bit of a stretch, notice what's going on, and then breathe deeply into wherever you feel the stretch, wherever you feel the sensation. Deepen the stretch by deepening the breath. And now we roll the chin just forward, closer towards the right collarbone. And you'll notice the stretch maybe moves a little bit towards the back side of the neck. Again, keep the awareness of the breath on the sensation. Where you feel the tightness and resistance, breathe deeply. Create expansion with the inhale. Soften, release, move into the space as you exhale. Breathe deeply into the stretch. And we'll bring the head back to center. Come out slowly. And maybe you feel a small difference between the two sides. Just appreciate that, the work that you've done. And we drop the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Allow the right shoulder to draw down away from the right ear, left shoulder away from the left ear. And letting the head be heavy. Try not to hold the head too much in a position. Just let it kind of ease into the side bend and then feel the sensation. Breathe deeply into the right side of the neck. How does this side feel compared to the first side? Are there any particular sensations or areas of tightness and soreness that stand out to you? Do you feel the stretch in the same places as the first side, or is it a little bit different? And can you deepen the breath? Sending the inhale, creating space and expansion to those tight spaces. And then using your exhale to consciously soften and release. Let the right shoulder draw down. Let the right side of the neck lengthen. Now we roll the chin forward towards the left side of the chest, left collarbone. And at any point you can stop if you feel something going on there. Just stop, breathe deeply. You'll notice the stretch changes. Where you feel it might change a little bit. Intensity might change. But keep the awareness of the breath on the sensation. With every inhale, creating space. And every exhale, soften and release. And we come back to center. We'll do a few shoulder rolls, so just allow the shoulders to come up and down. Maybe first starting with smaller circles and gradually making the movement a little bit bigger. And taking the circles in the other direction. Notice how the shoulders are moving. How do the shoulders feel? And take a nice easy side bend. Reach the left hand out to the left side. We want to make sure that the sit bone's grounding into the floor. And with the right hand, we reach the right arm up, over towards the left. Keep the right sit bone grounded to the floor. If it's okay with your neck, you can look up to the hand or to the ceiling, or just look down towards the left hand. Reach through the right fingertips and lower the left shoulder, left elbow, left side of the waist towards the left side. We're not coming forward, it's not a forward fold, so keep rolling the right shoulder back and then leaning over towards the left side. And again here, even a little stretch is beneficial as long as you feel the stretch. Lengthen, breathe, and come back to center. Ground both sit bones to the floor, right hand to the floor. Lean to the right, reach the left hand up, maybe look up or look down. Ground through the left sit bone. Reach through the left fingertips. And as you inhale, imagine the whole left side, all the way from the waist, up the arm, chest, side body, into the left fingertips. Imagine that whole line expanding and lengthening. And then as you exhale, let the right side soften and draw down towards the floor. And back to center. From here, we make our way onto our hands and knees. Allow some space to be between the knees. Let the big toes touch and set the hips back. And we let the belly come down. We let the chest come down. And maybe rest the head on the hands or take the head onto the floor. Soften the belly here, soften the chest, and feel that connection, the forehead onto the floor. Lift the head and gently walk your hands back. Press up back onto all fours. And from here, we come into Sphinx pose. So come to lay on the belly and let the elbows come underneath the shoulders. Palms will press down into the floor. And with each inhale, the chest gently lifts. And as you exhale, draw the shoulders down into the floor. So the elbows and the forearms and palms are gently pressing down, allowing the chest to lift and spine to lengthen. Breathe nice and steady, easy here. Release in the hips, release in the belly. Deepen the breath. And if this is too intense for the back, you can always stack. Make fists and stack the fists on top of each other and rest the head down onto the fists. This makes it a little bit more of a gentle back bend, so you can choose, see how you feel. And slowly turn the palms out to the side. Turn your head to one side and take a few breaths. Lifting the head. And gently press the palms back into the floor and press yourself up. Coming on to all fours, take a few cat-cows as you inhale, letting the chest to lift, tailbone lifts, chin lifts. As you exhale, curl and round the spine, chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Empty the breath completely. We'll do a few rounds of this. You can follow your own breath, go at your own pace, whether it's a little bit faster or a little bit slower. Feel into the movements of the spine. How does the low back feel? How is the movement there? The mid back, the upper back, maybe even into the neck and the shoulders. And bringing the spine back to neutral. Bring the right knee forward, place it near between the right palm. So you have an option to come into pigeon pose with the left leg extended out, top of the foot onto the floor. If this is too intense, just roll onto your right hip. Bring the left knee close towards the right foot. And we take a forward fold. So the belly comes down first and then the chest. You can stay up on the forearms or you can walk your hands more forward and bring the forehead to the floor. You should be feeling a stretch in the outer right hip, whether your left knee is bent or the left leg is straight. Whichever one of these variations you choose. We want to try to keep the spine straight, so belly coming down to the floor first, then the chest. It doesn't matter so much how low the head goes or if the head touches the floor or not. Breathe deeply again where you feel the stretch. Soften the front of the left thigh. And make the exhale a little bit longer. And we walk the hands back up. We're going to sit over onto the right side and swing the left leg forward. Place the foot over the right thigh. And if this doesn't work, you can just come into an easy cross-leg position. We're going to take a twist here. So if your foot is over, inhale, let the chest lift. And then using the right hand, hug the thigh into the chest. Take the left hand behind. Maybe begin to look over the left shoulder. Breathe nice and deep. Inhale, letting the chest lift. Exhale, release the shoulders, soften the spine, and twist. Allow the body to breathe here. Try not to hold the body so stiff, so tense. Let the body move in and out of this pose. Very small, subtle movements with the breath. As you inhale, you kind of come out, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, you go a little deeper, you soften. You do this with each breath. Very small, subtle movements. Maybe they can't even be seen, but they can be felt. And we release the twist. We'll make our way into pigeon on the second side. So bending the left knee, and again, you can choose whichever variation you did on the first side. So either the right knee over next to the left foot, or we extend the right leg behind. Right top of the right foot onto the floor. With an inhale, finding length in the spine. And with an exhale, softening the belly down, softening the chest down. And you can be up on your hands. You could be on the forearms. Or you can have the palms all the way stretched out. But remember, it doesn't matter how low the head goes. Let the belly draw down towards the left thigh. Front of the right hip draws down to the floor. We don't always have to feel super strong sensations and stretches. But as long as you're feeling something, maybe something in the outer left hip, or maybe even in the front of the right thigh, well, then you're doing it right. And then just stay there and breathe. With each inhale, spine lengthens, chest lifts. And then every exhale, belly softens, chest softens, front of the body comes closer to the mat. And wherever you are, you gently press yourself back up. Roll onto your left hip, and then we swing the right leg forward. Step the foot over the left leg. Grounding down through the legs. Take a deep breath in, allow the chest to lift. And as you exhale, use the left hand to hug the right thigh into the chest. Use the right hand behind the back to gently press into the floor. Lift higher with the inhale, and then twist deeper with the exhale. Finding that balance between effort and ease in the pose. Every inhale, chest lifts, spine lengthens. Every exhale, soften, twist. Let the body breathe. Lengthen, expand with the inhale. Soften, release, twist with the exhale. Not trying to force yourself deeper, but just move with the breath. When the body is ready, it will open. And release the twist. Release the cross of the legs. Come into any comfortable seated posture. And bring the palms together at the heart center. And just close the eyes. And feel this connection, the right hand to the left hand. Take a deep breath in. And with an exhale, bring the chin down toward the chest. Take a moment just to honor the body, honor your short practice. And whatever you created and cultivated on your mat in these last few minutes, just taking that with you throughout the rest of your day. Thank you.